The member for Kitchener Centre.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is to the Premier. This summer, the Ontario NDP Black Caucus hosted deputation meetings where we heard time and time again that food insecurity was disproportionately impacting Black communities. And last week, a study released by FoodShare and the University of Toronto confirmed this. 28% of Black Canadians are at risk of going hungry compared to 10% of white Canadians. And yet, just like the Liberal government before them, this government has failed to commit any real resources to anti-racism initiatives. My question for the Premier, what steps is your government taking to address this crisis?
Questions addressed to the Premier.
Mr. Solicitor General.
Referred to the Solicitor General.
Thank you, Speaker. The Anti-Racism Directorate and the staff working there are actually doing some really exciting things. We have worked with them on some of the reporting that the member opposite would know full well is coming forward in the coming months. I'm proud of the work that they are doing. I think, respectfully, that the member opposite is not having a deep understanding of what the role of the Anti-Racism Directorate is and does, and the fact that she continues to basically suggest that these very valuable individuals working within the Directorate have been doing nothing for the last month is disingenuous at best. And I
withdraw.
My apologies.
The supplementary question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and again to the Premier. Racism is not an abstract problem. Racism is causing Ontarians to go hungry. That I understand. When the Conservatives' cuts have squeezed people struggling with the cost of basic essentials, Black families have been disproportionately hurt. That means Black children are more likely to go to school hungry. Black parents are more likely to be forced to choose between paying their hydro bill or paying for groceries this week. And now we have data to prove it. So again, I ask the Premier, when will this government begin collecting and analyzing race-based data and find solutions to systemic problems that are causing very real suffering for Black communities across this province?
Thank you. The Solicitor General to reply.
Thank you, Speaker. On this, I believe the member opposite and I can agree. We are focused on ensuring that we have good paying jobs in the province of Ontario, which is why, frankly, we need to applaud the fact that 272,000 jobs have been created since our government formed. There is no doubt that when our families are challenged with paying additional costs like carbon tax on gas, it has an impact on their ability to serve and look after their children. We are looking after the people of Ontario. We're making sure that those jobs are there, and that's why we have created things like the Red Tape Commission, where we can actually unlock some of the amazing potential that we have in the province of Ontario with our job creators. I'm proud to stand with Premier Ford on this very important work, and I will continue to do that with all of our Cabinet and caucus.